Okay, hey everybody. I just wanted to make a real quick video kind of explaining the basics and giving you kind of the idea of like what's something good to go with when you're first starting. So I'm just gonna give you a rundown of the van, kind of explain everything. So this little timer up here is it tells you how much time you have as a grace period. For amateurs, you have a 5 minute grace period. That's for you get that at level one. Intermediate, you have a 2 minute grace period. You unlock that at level 10. And professional, you have no grace period. So you could pretty much just walk inside the house and the ghost could start hunting you instantly. And you unlock that at level 20. And by the time you're level 20, you have a pretty good idea of, what's going on and how to do everything. So the key will spawn in this area of the desk right here, and you need that to get in. So make sure that you or somebody on your team gets that. The whiteboard behind it is your like objectives. So it'll be like it'll tell you a couple things, and then down in this section where this writing's at down here, it'll tell you like the ghost's name. Give you some details on it, like if the ghost likes to attack when somebody's alone, if it likes to attack when it's dark, stuff like that. The top screen is the layout of the building, so you can click this button right here, and it'll switch it from upstairs or downstairs to upstairs, or upstairs to downstairs level. This is your sanity. Anytime you're in the dark, you use a Ouija board or anything like that, your sanity will go down, and the lower your sanity level is, the higher percent chance of a ghost haunting you. This is the activity. Sometimes you'll see it and it'll spike way up to here, like to total activity. That means that there was a hunt, or you'll see like little jumps, and that'll be like if you have a EMF or a box, a spirit box. That means that the ghost is using one of those things or flicking lights on and off, stuff like that. You click this button to open up the door. It'll open up. So I'm just going to give you kind of a rough idea of what you should bring when you're first starting out. 100% always bring a light. So that would be here. There's these things called strong lights. They're about 2 times as strong, and they spawn down here next to the books. So I would take a light. Another thing that you can do is, if you're not, like, let's say that you're holding a book or something, or a temperature gauge, which they spawn up here, which I don't have one for some reason. You can press T, and it'll shine the light, so then you don't have to be holding it to use it. So a couple things that I would do is I would bring the light always, which you can hold 3 things. So I would bring the light, I would bring a temperature gauge, which they're like little temperature gun things, and they spawn right here, or I would bring an EMF. A temperature gauge, when you're using a temperature gauge, you want to find an area that is 10 Celsius or below, and that will tell you if the ghost is there. Or you can use an EMF, which will, you can see like the little 5 dots right there that light up. Though that will tell you if there's a ghost near you, by you, or whatever. So I would say, first thing you want to bring always is a light. Second thing is, you want to be able to find the ghost if you're in a solo situation. So like, if there's 4 people, we all go in the house real quick, and everybody's going to split up, and you want to make sure that you can at least find the ghost or try to find the ghost. I would recommend, if you're newer to the game or not quite comfortable, I would use the temperature gauge, because you don't have to walk straight into the room. You can just stand outside by the door, kind of look at the ground, scan the ground a little bit, and it'll tell you if it's there. For the EMF, it's more of a, you're just going to run in that room, and if it goes off, cool, I found a ghost. If not, I'm going to leave. With the temperature gauge, with the temperature gun, you want to mostly look at the ground, because that's where it picks up the ghost temperatures the best, is if you're facing like at the ground like this. Kind of just walk around like this. So I would bring a light, a temperature gauge or an EMF to find the ghost, and then the other thing I would bring is a notebook. Now, the reason why I bring those is because with the EMF, it will tell you where it's at. The notebook, a ghost can use it to give you some evidence. Now, an EMF, a ghost can make it go off, and if it's an EMF 5, if you press J, you can go to your book, and if you press the 2 arrows, it'll go right to the end. So let's say I walk into a room, it's an instant EMF 5. Boom. Now, I have the book on me, I found the ghost, I know where it's at, showed an EMF 5, wrote it down. Now I throw the book down and it writes in the book. Now I have ghost writing. Now all I need is just one more thing. And if you have multiple people with you, they might have like the spirit box, they might have a UV light so you can see if there's fingerprints or, whatever else is out there. So that's what I would bring. So just to give you like a kind of a rough idea, and when you have these 2 items, you can set them up so you can see them in the safety of the van. So you could put the book like this. It might take me a little bit to set it up, but so set the book like that, and then EMF right. Make sure you turn it on, like right there. Go back out. Go get a camera from the van, and then you can actually set it up so you can see the EMF and ghost writing from the van. So if you're a little scared, sit in the van, do your job. Do your due diligence. When you pick up the camera, it'll be the red. You see the little red light. If you left or right click, it will turn it green, and if you left click, it will rotate the camera. So you want it so it's showing right about here. So it's on. This is on. Turn these lights off, and then you can go back out to. Uh-oh, something just walked there. I didn't like that. You can go back out to the van and watch it from the van. The mouse button switches the cameras. So this is the outside, this is the inside, and then if you hit the keyboard, it'll change it from night vision to normal vision. So right here, you can stand here, you can see if something writes in the book, and if something goes in there, you can see if it'll go to an EMF 5, if you had to use the temperature gauge to see if you could find it that way. And then if you're having a problem seeing what the EMF is when it's going off, you can just hit the keys and it'll show up right there. I hope this helped. It's a really short, fast video, or I tried to make it as fast as I could. But yeah, if it helped, I would really appreciate it. If you subscribed, and I also stream on Twitch at Only God Plays. The links will be down below in the description. I hope you have fun. It's a really fun game. I've been playing it for about a week now, and I honestly didn't think I would like it this much, but it is a super fun game.